Hi, I'm Jacob Gallucci, and this is a big video for me. This is my 300th video. Yes, my 300th video. It's a huge milestone, but to celebrate the occasion, I'll be presenting a bunch of several funny and/or interesting ideas that I have. And anyway, I have a bunch written down. I'll just present like the best of them. And here they are. What if there was a superhero known as the Corrector? Like, what if there was a superhero who corrected people? Like, what if during the day he was a teacher and at night he corrected people? He would say, "You can't use double negatives, son. You can't say ain't. It's not can I, it's may I." How about a sketch or a movie about a fat superhero? That would be funny. That's another good idea. It's too bad that John Belushi, John Candy, and Chris Farley are dead, because any of those three guys could have played this role. And let's see, another idea is homeless work shifts. Like, what if a group of homeless people got together and decided where they would go each day? Like, one person would stand at one corner, like, let's say Clark and Lake. Another person would stand at State and Madison. And that person would be there from 12 to 3. And another person would be at that spot from 3 to 6. And there would be different divisions of like, the homeless work area. Like there would be a sign making division. There would be a division where people would sell newspapers, and it's crazy. And let's see what else. I think Girl Scout cookies should be sold all year. They're only sold for a short time now. They should be sold all year. I'm serious. Let's see. There should be a movie about a black NHL superstar. An African-American black NHL superstar. I think that would be a great idea. Most of the blacks in the NHL are Canadian. And there haven't been many African-American blacks, like from like the inner city of, like, let's say New York or Chicago or LA. A movie about a black African-American NHL superstar would be interesting. I think it would be a great idea. Other ideas, let's see. This one I presented last year, but it's a reworking of it. It's a female version of the Three Stooges. In this one, the female version of Moe, the girls I'm using are based on girls I know, friends of mine from, like, high school, and the female version of Moe looks like a cross between Lana Del Rey and Emma Watson. The female version of Larry looks like Vicki Lewis. The female version of Curly looks like Marcia Cross. And the female version of Shemp looks like Jennifer Grey. And the next idea is a female version of the Beatles and the Beach Boys. And I presented this last year, and I'm doing it again this year, and I think it could work. The female John would be like, she would look like Lana Del Rey and Emma Watson. The female Paul would look like Marcia Cross. The female George would look like Jennifer Grey. And the female Shemp would look like Vicki Lewis. Not Shemp, I'm sorry. The female Ringo would look like Vicki Lewis, and the female George would look like Jennifer Grey. I was thinking of the Three Stooges idea from before, and if it was like the Beach Boys, in real life, the oldest girl actually has two younger sisters, and in the Beach Boys, Brian was the oldest, and he had two younger brothers, Carl and Dennis Wilson. And Brian Wilson would be like the girl who looks like Lana Del Rey and Emma Watson. Carl Wilson would be the younger sister with dark hair. Dennis Wilson would be the younger sister with blonde hair. Mike Love would be like the girl who looks like Marcia Cross. Al Jardine would be the girl who looks like Vicki Lewis. And Bruce Johnston would be the girl who looks like Jennifer Grey. And let's see. There's a lot more. What if at a gay pride parade they played "When a Man Loves a Woman" by Percy Sledge, and "The Game of Love" by Wayne Fontana and the Mindbenders? Why that song? Well, here's how it begins. The purpose of a man is to love a woman, and the purpose of a woman is to love a man. Can you imagine if that song was played at a gay pride parade? My God. Let's see. Like, what if there was a celebrity who asked average people for autographs? Like, average people ask celebrities for autographs. What if celebrities asked average people for autographs instead? That would be insane. How about a male version of Sex and the City? That could work. On Yelp, you should be allowed to give reviews that are 0.5 stars. Like let's say one and like half, 1.5, 2.5, 3.5, or 4.5. You can only give 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 stars now. You should be allowed to give 0 stars too. Yes, absolutely. What if there was a couple that named their son Mr. and their daughter Miss? Let's see. What if there was a person who hated flowers and babies? It seems like everybody loves flowers and babies. Like, what if there was someone who actually hated both? And, like, what if children hated ice cream and candy, and what if they loved Brussels sprouts and broccoli? That would be funny. And I think the Cubs should play 1 game a year at US Cellular Field, and the White Sox should play 1 game a year at Wrigley Field. And there's a lot more. I wish I knew what everyone I've known really thought of me. I wish I could just ask everybody I've known, like, what do you think of me? Do you like me? And if you do, explain why. And if you don't like me, give me reasons as to why you don't like me, and tell me what I should do for you to actually like me. Like, give me some pointers. And what if The Sopranos and Boardwalk Empire was on the Disney Channel? That would be funny. What if on Lifetime they showed James Bond movies and the Three Stooges, and what if on Spike TV they showed The Golden Girls and Sex and the City? That would be hilarious, my God. What if a white couple named their son Tyrese and their daughter Takesha? Can you imagine that? I think they should get rid of phone books. Phone books are useless. Everything's online now. What if someone took everything literally? Like, if they say they could eat a horse, what if they actually did eat a horse? And if they said that, and if someone told them to stick something up their ass, and what if that person actually did stick something up their ass? And what if someone told that person to break a leg? What if that person really did break their leg? And if someone told that person that the world revolves around them, what if the world really did revolve around that person? Let's see, how about an all-Beatles radio station? How about a radio station that plays nothing but Beatles songs and songs from their solo years and remakes of Beatles and solo Beatles songs? That would be interesting. How about an all-Elvis Presley radio station? That would be interesting, too. You'd have Elvis songs and remakes of Elvis songs by other people. What if Sox announcers did Cubs games, and what if Cubs announcers did White Sox games? That would be interesting. What if, like, on the Drive, the 97.1 FM here in Chicago, what if they played, like, 50 Cent, Jay-Z, and Kanye West, and what if, like, the Beatles were on, like, GCI or B96 or Kiss FM? That would be funny. Let's see, there's a lot more. I'm trying to find, like, the best of the best. I think people who smell bad should be fined, absolutely. There's no excuse in this day and age to smell bad. How about a press conference for a lousy player? There's always press conferences for great players. Like, what if there was one for lousy players? And Sox Park has Elvis night. I think they should have a Beatles night. They really should. They had one in '05 to celebrate the 40th anniversary of when the Beatles actually performed there. They performed at Old Comiskey Park in 1965. What if they had one every year for the Beatles? They have Elvis night. Why not a Beatles night? Seriously. Let's see. What if, like, the Light 93.9? Now it's My FM. What if the Light played like Black Sabbath or Deep Purple or Led Zeppelin? That would be hilarious. And lame pickup lines. What if a Polish guy came up to a woman saying, "Hey baby, you want to see my Polish sausage? You want some Polish sausage?" And what if a guy from Houston or Dallas came up to a lady saying, "Hey babe, you want to see my Texas Instrument?" I mean, they're lame, but they're funny. What if Asian people had naturally blonde or red hair? What if black people had naturally blonde or red hair? And what if black people had blue eyes or green eyes? That would be crazy. What if police cars, fire trucks, and ambulance trucks got speeding tickets? That would be hilarious. Because they go fast anyway because of emergencies. What if they got speeding tickets? What if a group of young people were like in a ball group? Like there was a ball organization, like the Hair Club for Kids. That would be funny. A Hair Club for Kids would be hilarious. Let's see, there's a lot more. I think leaf blowers should be banned because they're loud, they smell, and they're a pain in the ass. You're better off just using a rake and picking up the leaves yourself. I mean, it's stupid. It's really stupid to use a leaf blower because the wind blows them back anyway. Can you imagine if soft drinks were banned? That would be crazy. What if fast food was banned? My God, if coffee and donuts didn't exist, how would police officers survive? Let's see, there's some more. How about a softball game for White Sox and Cubs legends? Like they should have that at Sox Park or Wrigley Field. That would be fun. The Yankees kind of do that now. They have the Legends Day, and they have this exhibition game now with the Sox and Cubs legends. It's in Schaumburg this year, but they should have something at Sox Park and at Wrigley Field. It would be a great idea. Let's see. There's a few more. I'm scanning this. Let's see. Like, what if a boxer or a wrestler had 6 CDs in the car, and what if the CDs were of ABBA, Air Supply, The Carpenters, Barry Manilow, Madonna, and Barbra Streisand? That would be funny. What if someone came out as straight? There's gay people who come out as gay. What if someone came out as straight? That would be funny. How about a female version of the Blues Brothers? Instead of 2 men, how about 2 women? That would be interesting. How about overage drinking? Like, what if there was someone 80 years old? What if there was an 80-year-old drinking Kool-Aid? Instead of like a teenager drinking beer, what if an 80-year-old drank Kool-Aid or like those little juice boxes or something? That would be funny. What if guys went to the bathroom together? Girls always go to the bathroom together. What if guys did that? And what if guys complimented each other, for their hair and clothes? Like, girls are always like, oh, I like your hair, I like your clothes. Like, what if guys said that? I like your hair, I like your clothes. That would be funny. It would be hilarious. I think people who don't wash their hands in bathrooms should be fined. There's no excuse for that. And I think if a baseball game's tied after 12 innings, it should end in a tie. I hate these long baseball games, ones that are like 15 and 16 innings long. I mean, the pitchers are burned out, and if the game's tied after 12 innings, it should end in a tie. Except if it's the postseason. If it's the postseason, just keep playing. How about mini windshield wipers for your glasses to clean the stains off when they get wet? How about baby voice recognition? On The Simpsons, they had an episode where Homer's half-brother Herb had that with Maggie and all the other babies. Like, what if you actually knew what babies were saying? How about animals? Like, what if you knew what animals were saying? That would be interesting. Let's see, there's a few more. People who have annoying laughs should be fined. I think the wave should be banned at sporting events. I hate the wave. It's so stupid. Let's see, trying to find it. There's a few more I have. I'm just trying to find them here. Oh boy, let's see. I have a few more. I'm just trying to pick like the best of the best. And it's just, I have others, but they're not really that funny or interesting. I just thought of some over time. And I've always wondered why dogs hate mailmen. Why is that? I wish dogs and mailmen liked each other. That would be interesting. And I think certain words should be banned. Like nincompoop. I've always hated that word. It's a stupid word. Let's see. Holiday Light, like around Christmas time, 93.9 plays Christmas songs. I can't stand it. Most people don't like it. I can't stand it. They play the same songs over and over again. I like Christmas, but they play the same songs, and it's annoying as hell. And what if there was a movie about someone who fell in love with someone they were actually related to? Can you imagine that? And they didn't even know they were related. What if they fall in love with each other? That would be insane. And what if someone wrote their resume in Webdings or Wingdings, like the crazy like fonts on Microsoft Word? And what if there was a smart version of Forrest Gump? Like, what if there was an intelligent guy who experienced all the stuff that Forrest Gump did? That would be crazy. And what if Mr. Rogers had been a pedophile? Can you imagine that? That would be insane. Let's see. There's a few more. I'm just scanning this. I think there should be a mercy rule in pro sports. If a game gets really out of hand or if it's a blowout, they should just end it. Like if there's a football game going into the fourth quarter, if it's like 35-0, they should end the game. If a baseball game, if it's like 12-1 going into the ninth, they should end it. I think there should be a co-ed pro sports league. I think men and women should play together. I think the NBA and the WNBA should merge. That would be interesting. They should have a co-ed pro sports league. They should do it. I think every sport should be co-ed. They should try it. How about a female version of James Bond? That would be interesting. And here's one. If I were a teacher, I would have every student write their names down. On the same sheet of paper, every student would write their first and last name, their email address. They would say if they're on Facebook, and they would give their cell phone numbers. And everybody would write it on the same sheet. I would make a copy for every student, and I would give a copy to every student. And by doing that, everybody would know everything about each other. They could contact each other, and it's easier to make friends that way. You would know everybody's name. It wouldn't be awkward. It would break the ice. I think it's a great idea. I think every class should do that. Yes. And I should have written people's names down in high school and college. I would have been more comfortable with them if I had. Absolutely. What else? And people should write down cell phone numbers, because it seems like on Facebook there's somebody you know who always loses numbers, and they're always asking like, I need your number, I lost it. Instead of doing that, just write the numbers down on a big sheet so you have everybody's number. And God forbid if something like that happens, you know? Let's see. If fat men could be shirtless, why can't women be shirtless or topless? I'm sick of seeing fat topless guys with their stomachs bulging out. I don't want to see that. It's disgusting. Women should be topless. I'm serious. It's only fair. How about an American version of Mr. Bean? It's a great British show. I think an American version of Mr. Bean would be interesting. And I'm not sure if I mentioned this already. How about a network that shows nothing but Saturday Night Live and The Simpsons? SNL has been on for almost 40 years, and The Simpsons has been on for 25 years. How about a network that shows nothing but those two shows? And how about a Make-A-Wish Foundation for adults? Like, what if there was a guy who was sick, and what if his wish was to have sex with Mila Kunis or Scarlett Johansson? That would be funny. Or a woman who was dying, and what if her wish was to have sex with, like, Brad Pitt or, like, Johnny Depp or someone like that? That would be hilarious. And, let's see. How about a website like Yelp where you can review people you've known in your life? Like, what if you could give reviews of people you've known? You could say whether or not the person's nice or not, or if the person's a jerk or whatever. And, there's a few others I have, but they're really not that good. But anyway, this was my 300th video. Thank you for watching it. I apologize for the length of it. And anyway, I'll be back next week with a couple new videos. And anyway, until then, take care.